Believe it or not, I've been looking forward to this, Tony. I was just waiting for this war to end for my chance. I wanted us to talk, argue even, like we always did. But I guess you're in no shape to do that now. I'm so sorry this had to happen to you, especially like this. And I know you're going to come back from it someday. You're going to fix yourself because that's the kind of thing you do. You reinvent the rules, you change the paradigms, answer to no one, not even death. I'm jealous of that sometimes. You know, you pledge your life and loyalty to an institution the way I've always done. You learn to exist within its limitations. You become, in some ways, something smaller, less free. But you know, you only ever limited you've only ever been limited by yourself. You've never seen any ceiling at all. So yeah, you'll heal. That's no obstacle for the great Tony Stark. But the real wound, and I recall this from experience, is knowing that a friend did this to you. Someone you trusted, someone you cared about. That's the part you won't shake. The humiliation and the betrayal. That's why I wanted us to be able to speak freely, honestly. Something I don't get a lot of chance to do these days, because there are things I need to tell you, truths I need to get out in the open. You see, I'm not the man you think I am, Tony, but I still am. But I am still who I am. That's the first truth. The second is that I always knew this was going to happen to you, not because I engineered it. Understand, and not because someone showed me the future, but because this was always where you were going to end up. All of you. I don't know when you all started to really lose touch, when you forgot you were supposed to be fighting for, but you did. And before you knew it, all your biggest battles were with each other. Now, you tell me that's not fair. That you and Danvers were both arguing about how to make the world safer. That your motives were pure. You'd say that because it's a lie. You've been telling yourself the entire time. The fact is, this was about authority. You weren't willing to pledge fealty to the future, because that would mean pledging fealty to something besides yourself. It was more hubris than principle. And I know that because in the last war, you had no problem telling all of us to accept your authority. I guess you can't really be blamed, though, can you? The system you live in so corrupt from top to bottom, it couldn't help but infect you. You're a victim. My fault. While you were busy fighting amongst yourselves, you missed something. People, the nameless, faithless people you appointed yourselves the guardians of, they decided they had enough. They wanted to feel safe, protected, and they finally realized you don't actually have the strength to get them there. They started to demand something better. And on that front, it's actually been a very good day. I'm not reading all that bullshit. No, nigga, no. All right. I like to think you'd have been proud, Tony, but I don't know. You probably would have found some excuse to stand in my way. I mean, that's you, isn't it? The futurist, so in love with his own vision of what's to come that he'd rather start a war than accept someone else's. I'm doubtful you would have been able to commit to something bigger than yourself because, well, you never believed there could be something bigger than yourself. But now, I'm just belaboring the point. God, this is faggot behavior. Still, I think you would have at least been impressed to see people united, working towards a singular goal. believing that things could be better. I know you always felt like you struggled to inspire people, but that's because you can never understand that it isn't about you, not about what you created or what you've done or what you're going to do. It's about them. The best and best I can tell, you never had much use for them. Never thought much about them. Always believed you were better, smarter, faster, harder. But they're smarter. Smarter than you think, Tony. They know when they're being lied to, and they know who's really on their side. Yo, oh man, the faggotry. I think I understand why the two of you fought so much, Tony. She's turning out to be just like you. Back when Wanda gave us all of us the lives we secretly wanted, do you remember what hers was? Captain Marvel, the world's greatest superhero, loved by everyone, adored by billions. I can't help but feel sorry for her. In a way, to be that desperate for approval, to have never learned how to find it in yourself, to have to constantly seek it out in others. It's amazing how it always backfires. How the people who need everyone to like them always end up being the most hated. This guy. The truth is, and I think you love to hear it, and she'd never admit it, she let this war get as bad as it did for one simple reason. She couldn't stop trying to prove herself. She couldn't stop trying to prove to herself that she was better than you. Couldn't stop feeling like the overlooked sibling. Which would be understandable enough, I suppose, if it weren't for all that collateral damage. She just can't stop trying to reach the top of the mountain, so she never realizes the more bodies she steps over, the deeper the hole she digs for herself. Now, I will admit, though, while this nigga is, while I hate this faggot fucking monologue, he is spitting about some shit. It's too late for her. It's too late for all of you. Somewhere over the National Mall, while you and Danvers were beating the hell out of each other, the verdict came in. The people made their decision, and you lost. And I'm glad. Do you remember when the Skrulls infiltrated everything and everyone around asking who do you trust? Well, now you have your answer. They don't trust any of you. They want something else entirely. Who can blame them? You call yourselves heroes while you waste most of your time infighting and settling petty grudges. You call yourselves leaders while you jockey around for authority and pecking rights. Trying to make yourselves look good. Damn. While the truth is you constantly... Oh my gosh, come on, Nino. While the truth is you completely divorce yourself from the people you claim to protect. You have no understanding of what they want or need from you anymore. And I know what you would say. And I know what you would say to that. That for all your mistakes, you saved the world countless times over. But look around you. Does this world look saved? People are afraid, yes. Everyone keeps saying this. And it's been true for a very long time. But now they're angry. Shout out angry niggas. Shout out angry niggas in them. They were afraid when one of their children's classmates suddenly developed the ability to incinerate anyone around them with a look. Shout out Cyclops. But they got angry when you called them hysterical bigots for seeing that as a threat to their safety. They felt afraid when a neighbor they knew and trusted revealed that above their country and communities, they now pledged allegiance to an alien force, a race with a history of brutal violence against humanity. But they got angry when you called them intolerant for not waiting to sleep next to that for not wanting to sleep next to that, excuse me. You see, you all get to live in your suits of armor or hide out in your fortresses. Even when you die, you get to live. But these are real people, Tony. They're not so lucky. And maybe they don't want this forward-thinking, futurist utopia you're building. Maybe they don't want to move so far, so fast. They might have even told you so if you ever bothered to ask. If you hadn't pretended they didn't exist. And that's what makes them the angriest, I imagine. Watching you fly higher and higher while they feel themselves sinking lower and lower. You built gleaming towers full of new technologies, open doorways to new worlds, and then left them behind to wallow in the dirt. That you ever thought it would last. That's the real arrogance of it. You made yourself gods, and now you wonder why the people are ready to crucify you. And he knew that too. He being the real Captain America, but we're not going to get into that right now. See, that's the other truth. Like I told you before, I'm not the man you think I am. But everything he did, every memory, every moment, I carried inside me. I know every thought he ever had about you. For instance, he loved you. He loved you, and he even admired you, even when you fought. All those times you thought you outsmarted him, those times you thought you beat him, he had you every single time. He could have beaten you, and he chose instead to go easy on you, to spare you. You probably smile and say that made him the better man. But I'd say it made him weak, because he knew how all this would end as well. And he didn't have the strength to do what was necessary. He was infected by this mirage. I'm not like that, though. I am ready to do what must be done. We're so close to setting things right. And I just can't help myself. Funny enough, it makes me angry too. I'm angry that you're not here for this. In fact, I'm hoping, praying that you can somehow hear me and this pulls you out of your sleep, because I want you to see this, Tony. More than anything, I need you to see what I do next. I'm going to destroy everything you ever built. I'm going to tear down these institutions that you've used to give yourselves power. I'm going to reduce all that you've worked for, all that you bled for, to a pile of rubble and ash. And from it, I'm going to make something better. I'm going to make this a stronger world, one forged from fire. So please, I'm begging you, wake up now and try and stop me. But you won't, or you can't. You know how I know? Because the boy, Ulysses, I think, yeah. He showed me the future. He even showed it to all of you as well. But as usual, you were too blind to see what really matters. I wasn't, though. It was something I'd carried in my own dreams for a lifetime. And when I found myself there, finally, thanks to him, I took it in. Everything around me. I let my eyes open, and I felt the vision take me. Let it reveal the truth to me and me alone, until now. Captain America then leans into a comatose Tony. He leans into his ear. Do you know what I saw, Tony? Do you want to know what I saw? Then it shows the American flag, and it shows the Hydra drawn on it, Basically shows, Hydra leadership, taking over. And yeah, man, this is what led into, what was it? Secret Empire. Yeah, which was, no exaggeration, the worst thing to come. I think Secret Empire might be worse than Civil War II. I think it might be. You know, you can probably find some enjoyment out of Civil War II, maybe, but just know that Civil War One is Civil War One. The original Civil War is a whole different beast, and it is, in my opinion, far stronger than Civil War II. But you can probably find some enjoyment in that. Secret Empire, though, yeah, nah, no. Unless you really like Hydra Cap, like that little, his monologue damn near lasted the whole thing. So if you really like that, and you really like that fart sniffing, then hey, by all means, I guess that would be for you. Me personally, though, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it with that. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to bring that to you because I remember on the pod, I couldn't find the monologue, so I wanted to have it in video form, just to, not to belabor a point, but just to show how much I really don't like Hydra Cap. Like, yeah, they had him spitting about Captain Marvel, but like, all right, bro, you got it, bro, you got it. But yeah, I could make this too much longer. You guys have a good one. Peace.